Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Sun is warm today. What a beautiful day. There goes the bells again. Well, thank you all for being here again. I wanted to start off sharing an experience that I had yesterday. It was really a wonderful opportunity to watch two beautiful young people get married. And it was a union of a Catholic family and a Jewish family. And in the morning, they had a traditional Catholic ceremony in a beautiful downtown cathedral. And in the early evening, out in the country at a beautiful location, they had a traditional Jewish ceremony. And what struck me was the remembrance that, no matter what path we're on, core teachings are the same. Both the priest and the rabbi talked about dropping all of your preconceived notions, your beliefs, the troubles of the world, leave them at the door. And just watch these two beautiful young people in love and allow their love to permeate you and take that with you and share that love out into the world. And it was just a wonderful opportunity to reflect on that in two very, unique locations. And then driving between the two locations, had to cross all the way across Geauga County. And it was just the leaves popping, the bright sunlight. It was like just fireworks on 4th of July. It was just absolutely stunning. And it was, it just encapsulated everything, right? Just the beauty of these two individuals, the beauty of nature. And it was just a really special day. And, I know will hold with me and everybody who was there for quite some time. And it's a wonderful transition to, the talk and the talk here this morning, as we get into the fourth noble truth. The fourth noble truth lays out the path to end our suffering. And, so often when we're looking for, our definition, I think, of the ending of suffering is being happy, right? I'm not happy, I'm suffering. If I'm suffering, I'm not happy. But where do we find that happiness? And traditionally, we go after the low-hanging fruit, our sense pleasures. It's easy to look at the leaves outside this time of year and be like, how beautiful that is, right? In a few more days, they're going to be gone. They're going to be brown, shriveled. Now we're going to be raking them or blowing them. And it's a whole different relationship with these beautiful leaves. But what's the difference? Where we're choosing to find our happiness and our joy. So the path. The path is broken down into 3 sections. The first one is wisdom. And we gain our wisdom by understanding. Understanding is sometimes called the view. And how we think. And then the second section is ethics. That's utilizing our speech, our actions, and our livelihood. Really breaks down into how we morally conduct ourselves. Right? And much like the love that the priest and the rabbi were discussing about those people, morality is something that every spiritual path talks about. And then the third one is our mental discipline. And there we get into how hard we work, our effort, our mindfulness, and our concentration. And while they're broken down into those three sections, they're all very much interrelated. Right? But really, I want to say the most important, but they're equally important. But I'm going to say most important is the view. Because the view is our understanding, really, of cause and effect, karma. We can all see how cause and effect plays a role in our lives. Right? Even with nature, right? Cold nights, consistently, the leaves change colors. I know there's more to it than the scientific elements to it, but I'm not that wise. But, they change. Okay? We do something we shouldn't do. We say something we shouldn't say. Whether we physically have a negative effect or mentally have a negative effect, some negative cause will come from that. So that's where we need to start, is understanding that. And I'll get more into that next week. But as we discuss this as a path, I wanted to repeat something that I read by Renee Damal, and it's about the balance of living in the moment with an eye on the future. First one is keep an eye fixed to the top, but don't forget to look right in front of you. Second one, that the last step depends on the first step. Third, don't think that you've arrived just because you see the summit. Fourth, watch your footing. Always be careful of that next step. And then the fifth, the last step, the first step depends on the last step. The last step depends on the first step. That makes more sense. The first step depends on the last step. So it's all interrelated. The path that we'll start delving a little bit deeper into next week really gives us a direct, proven path to alleviate our suffering. But it's up to us to stay on the path, and doing that with humility, compassion, without judgment, and get back on. This thing, it's not how many times you fall, how many times you get back up. Life is hard. Right now, seems really, really hard. Between the political tensions, the international tensions, everybody seems on edge right now. And the only way to change it is to change ourselves and allow that to spread outward. No magic wand that we can put over all of humanity and say, you're now loving and kind people. We need to build it within and then share it. That's what we're doing here today. Exactly what we're doing here today. So with that, we will begin our practice today. Really spend the first portion of the practice really just bringing yourself into the present moment. Really just bring your awareness to your breath, whatever you choose to anchor yourself in. Work on that concentration. And then when we do the walking meditation, we'll open the doors and make a little bigger circle here. And then for the second half, I'll give us some prompts that relate to what I discussed. Walking. Sitting. As we begin the Asana section of today's meditation, I invite you to really tap into your self-compassion and self-love. And in doing that, from that place, bring up some moments where you have felt some suffering in your life. By no means do you have to bring up the worst moments of suffering in your life, moments of agitation and suffering. As these moments come to your mind, you understand the causes of this suffering. Was it related to craving, attachment, aversion? understanding or getting to understand where our suffering comes from. Imagine how integrating the wisdom of wise understanding and thought, ethical discipline of right speech, action, livelihood, and the mental discipline of right effort, mindfulness, and concentration, how that path can benefit you. Traditionally, the Eightfold Path is visualized as spokes on a wheel. How can you utilize these 8 spokes to turn towards loving kindness, compassion, empathetic joy, and equanimity towards yourself and all beings everywhere? Wish, please join in the dedication of merit. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of these merits. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. Wow. Thank you, everybody. Of announcements, next Saturday we'll be back chanting from 10 to 11. White Tara chants. So that'll be next Saturday from 10 to 11. On November 16th is the next almost half day monthly session. It'll be on gratitude. And then we also have then Wednesday, well, tomorrow night, Recovery Dharma. Wednesday night, meditation. Friday morning, meditation. And then, of course, Saturday chanting. And then we're back here next Sunday. And then I was also given a flyer. This church here every year does a Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving evening at 5 o'clock here in the fellowship hall downstairs. Everybody is welcome to join. I'll hang this up if anybody wants to go. I've heard it's a wonderful evening and opportunity. So if you need somewhere to go, wonderful place to go. There's an RSVP number on here. Yeah, I think that's it. Everybody enjoy this beautiful weather. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, everybody. Oh, I knew there was one more thing. There's some really good apple fritter bread that I made, not my wife. And they came out pretty good, if I don't say myself. So help yourself, some tea, have some fellowship time. If you see somebody you don't recognize, put out your hand, say hello.
If anybody would like to learn how to